OpenAI's developing a model codenamed Doug that's expected before year-end, positioned as dramatically more advanced than current state-of-the-art systems. The information comes from a social media post that gained significant engagement, but sparked immediate debate about credibility and whether the claims hold merit. Some observers compared Doug's potential to previous disappointing model releases, questioning whether pre-training claims will actually deliver promised capabilities. The credibility question intensified when community members began investigating the original poster's identity and posting history across platforms. A critical observation emerged that if OpenAI already demonstrated the model to government agencies, pre-training is likely complete and only safety refinement remains. Recent advancement in AI capabilities comes primarily from post-training and reinforcement learning, rather than fundamental pre-training architectural breakthroughs. Hardware optimization and synthetic data generation have become the practical focus for scaling improvements, rather than entirely new training methodologies. The comparison with Claude's recent releases showed measurable improvements in reasoning tasks, though practical limitations in real-world applications remained evident. Game developers noted that even advanced models require constant babysitting to prevent generating excessive or unwanted code, requiring significant manual cleanup. One developer requested darker storm visuals but received pitch-black output, then requested lighting and got Christmas-like brightness, illustrating the nuanced instruction problem. The real economic opportunity isn't building new products, but identifying boring administrative work that businesses desperately need automation for. Small business owners are currently paying $3,000 to $10,000 for agents handling lead follow-up, appointment booking, and routine customer question management. The distinction matters between impressive synthetic demonstrations and actually viable production systems that handle real constraints and specific technical requirements. Critics pointed out that short-form viral demos don't translate to functional products, describing them as beautiful book covers with minimal content behind them. The core argument acknowledged that skilled developers remain essential despite model improvements, with the real advantage being enhanced capability rather than replacement. Anthropic's Claude 4.7 received criticism for minimal improvements over previous versions, possibly overshadowed by Fable's restrictions earlier in its release cycle. Claude 5.0 appears to leverage distillation techniques from larger foundation models, resulting in better coding performance than Fable on specific technical tasks. Some users reported that Claude 5 overcomplicates solutions by generating circular reasoning patterns, pushing them back to previous version 4.8 for reliability. Model codenames evolved from vegetables like garlic and spud to names like Luna, Tara, Sol, Astra, and now Doug, marking a shift in naming conventions. Internet communities joked about entering the Billy, Gary, and Susan era of AI naming, with predictions that successors would be Steve, Harry, and eventually John. One commentator quipped that if accidental superintelligence emerges from something named Doug, they're quitting reality, receiving the response questioning whether they already had. Software engineers expressed anxiety that AI commodifies programming, allowing less skilled workers to compete with experienced developers, threatening job security. The broader concern extends beyond programmers to all computer-based professions, and eventually physical labor, once robotics integration reaches implementation scale. Enterprise IT departments report that every business unit now demands agentic coding environments, with unauthorized pilots already producing sophisticated internal systems. Software engineers within these organizations estimate that programming becomes a commodity skill within 2 to 3 years based on current advancement trajectories. The fundamental bottleneck remains that AI systems require the ability to specify exactly what you want, demanding deep subject matter expertise and contextual understanding. Creative directors consistently produce superior game development output because they maintain subject matter expertise that translates into precise system specifications for models. The practical test asks whether you can understand complex code generated in unfamiliar programming languages, revealing the specification comprehension problem underlying AI efficiency. Critics questioned where actual inventions exist despite AI advancement. noting that current applications remain primarily administrative tools rather than transformative breakthroughs. Manufacturing infrastructure represents the true bottleneck for technology revolutions, requiring mapping, pricing, vetting, building, calibration, and testing beyond intellectual design phases. Compared to 2020, the ability to query machines in plain language with comprehensive knowledge and research capabilities represents genuinely transformative capability, despite limitations. Anthropic and OpenAI have become cybersecurity kingmakers by controlling access to models capable of high-risk security research and vulnerability discovery. For decades, competitive security advantage came from talent, infrastructure, and data, but now also depends on which company approves your model access permissions. Anthropic announced Claude Fable 5 for general release, but with protective filters routing high-risk cybersecurity requests to the less restricted Opus 4.8 model instead. Mythos preview users receive automatic access to Mythos 5, establishing a two-tier access structure based on program enrollment and security vetting status. Anthropic leadership stated the company is deliberately conservative at launch, accepting false positives by restricting entirely legitimate security research to protect against risks. Anthropic is building a formal trusted access program for deciding Mythos 5 and future model eligibility, with no public launch timeline currently announced. Over 200 companies and governments lobbied for Mythos preview access in approximately 2 months, indicating significant commercial and governmental interest in advanced capabilities. OpenAI established the same two-tier access structure, vetting organizations to provide approved entities with less restricted GPT versions for security research and bug hunting. GPT-5. 6 Cyber, built from GPT-5. 6 Sol baseline is trained specifically for zero-day vulnerability discovery and exploit chain construction through specialized fine-tuning. GPT-5. 6 Cyber is available exclusively through Daybreak Red, OpenAI's higher-tier program tier, providing access only to pre-vetted security researchers and organizations. On exploit chain benchmarks, GPT-5. 6 Cyber completed 95% of requests, while standard guardrail GPT-5. 6 completed only 5% of identical tasks. On exploit GIM, testing whether models can convert known vulnerabilities into working exploits, achieving code execution. The Cyber model outperforms both Sol and standard Cyber versions. OpenAI researchers used GPT-5. 6 Cyber to discover 2 previously undocumented flaws in V8 JavaScript engine that chain into memory corruption and sandbox escape vulnerabilities. Google patched the discovered vulnerabilities and assigned CVE 2026-15903, with researchers also finding high-severity issues in mobile operating systems, databases, and kernel software. Under OpenAI's preparedness framework, both Sol and the Cyber variant rate high for cybersecurity capability, but remain below the critical threshold, triggering maximum restrictions. OpenAI withdrew Astra from release because preliminary testing indicated it might exceed the critical capability threshold on their internal hacking assessment framework. The DUG speculation gains significance because the model isn't just waiting for training completion, but for institutional decisions about whether to release it publicly. AI development now operates under regulatory oversight, where labs must decide not only if technology works, but whether the world receives access to finished capabilities. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay informed of the latest videos.